supposed to be in Mexico.
I heard about La Jefa. Came to help.
We don't need your help.
Looks like you do.
She's alive, cabrón.
Yeah, but she can't make decisions.
I'm here. I can make the decisions.
Mira, cabrón. You're a damn good soldier. But you're no boss. When you're at war, a boss has to make decisions fast.
What are you talking about?
Talking about I'm stopping our shipments as of today.
Teresa wouldn't want that.
You don't know what Teresa would want. And unlike you, I have experience running a cartel. I've been to wars, and I'm still here. Hello, everybody. JT Campos here, a.k.a. Yes, Boaz, the manager, favorite bad boy from Queen of the South. Some of y'all are still angry over King George. I'm going to have to say, get over it, y'all. Get over it. Get over it. There's only room for one king.
I love George.
King Boaz. There was only room for one king, Miss Vicky. That's King Boaz.
But I'll tell you what,
baby.
and I heard that your role wasn't even supposed to go on that long, right?
You know, I came on the Queen of the South as a stuntman. I got hired by RoboPop, the stunt coordinator. RoboPop is Russell Tower. He played RoboCop way back when. I get this call, come on set, deliver minimal dialogue. My minimal dialogue turned into 13 pages of dialogue. And something happened season 1 where they pretty much were starting the storyline all over. So they had to go back and see what footage they were going to salvage, what footage was making the cut, what was ending up on the cutting room floor. There was a lot that ended up on the cutting room floor, and the whole new narrative was being told. And so they revisited the footage, from what I understand, and characters from previous episodes of season 1. And my character, originally in the 13 pages of dialogue, I ended up killing myself. Vanessa was dressed in white, but had a chopped off ear. It was something totally different than what season 1 was when you all saw it. And I was just glad that they resurrected my character, and I got to go the distance. 5 amazing seasons. Yes, I'd like to think that my energy was seen and felt and respected. Therefore, they wrote for the guy right here. They wrote for yours truly, and we went 5 seasons. The best time I've ever had on any production yet, with the exception of Law and Order, Organized Crime. That was an amazing time as well. First time in New York, spent it with my kid last year out there. Anyway, yeah.
That's awesome. So before we even get into Queen of the South, though, how was your childhood like? Who were your influences growing up?
What was my childhood like? You trying to make me cry already in the morning on a Sunday? It was a broken childhood. So childhood was a little rough. I'm not going to say it wasn't. I was born on the road. I always say that I was born accidentally in Illinois, but I'm going to change that. I was born on the road. They call me Tommy Calle. I'm a callejero. I started early on. My mom and dad were on the road to Illinois. My dad's brother, Jesus Campos, had developed a brain tumor. He was developing a brain tumor, and, family being concerned and worried, they got on the road. My mom's water broke. I was born in Winfield, Illinois. But luckily, my mom, being a good, smart woman, never set me down. So I never set foot in Illinois. Influences growing up, TV. I guess TV was the influence. TV was the babysitter.
Yeah. Favorite actors?
Michael Landon from House on the Prairie was my dad. I lost my dad at an early age in a water heater explosion at 10 years old.
Wow, I'm sorry.
He passed away. No. It's just the beginning of the chapter, right? Of my life. So dad on TV, Michael Landon, Little House on the Prairie. Little Joe from Bonanza, right? Michael Landon.
Mm-hmm.
he was definitely like an influence. Harry Winkler, the Fonz from Happy Days.
Yeah.
I'm definitely showing my age, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm showing the age, but it's
A
okay.
little bit.
It was in the age of great TV that I remember. And I remember I was talking to a friend of mine, Jacinto Rodriguez, who here later on this year, I'll be doing an actor's workshop camp with my boy. It's an acting class in San Antonio somewhere in March or around
Yes, I
March
saw
16th,
that.
something like that. I'll be out there teaching an actor's workshop. But Jacinto Rodriguez and I were talking, and we were like just getting our quotes together, and we both agreed, growing up with our familias, asking the question, "Hey, how do I get on TV, Mama?" Our parents not having that answer, and that's kind of like what piqued our interest of like, all right, I got to find out what's up and how I can be on TV. And so curiosity starts to pique, your interest
Yeah.
as a kid, and I don't know exactly. I don't know if that's really where it started. I'm gonna say yes because other influences came along, and that was in the form of my administrators, my teachers,
Hmm.
people that took time to see something within me and point it out, pat me on the back, and that happened with a teacher way back when. Leading into your next question here, that I remember you were
Yeah.
going to ask me. So
Yes. About Miss Chapa. I noticed you
yes,
mentioned
ma'am,
her.
Miss Chapa.
So
You
who is
know,
Miss Chapa?
Miss Chapa was my theater. Uh, she was a teacher. She was a teacher for theater arts out there in high school at Mission High School. I graduated in '91. Uh, was in various plays since see 89, 90, 91. Miss Chapa just, I guess she saw somebody else just being picked on and bullied in school, and little kid that was just wandering through the halls, possibly lost at times. And I remember she pulled me aside, was like, you oughta come check out theater, as an elective,
Hmm.
blah 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 here, blah 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 that, and she just got me out of the halls during lunch or off the street during lunch because we had an off campus, and many a times kids aren't up to any good when they have that off
Yeah.
campus lunch, right?
Hmm.
So I remember she just called me to her attention in the sense of just having jobs and tasks for me and just showing and sharing with me. And Miss Chapa, she really was an influencer in my life early on that pulled me aside. She was the first one to see something in me and the first one to pat me on my back and say, "Good job." I don't really recall having that early on, losing my father and
Yeah.
my mom being so busy working and just being in a
Yeah,
broken home.
definitely.
You call what did Miss Jen say? Culturally diverse. Miss Jen, what was that?
Culturally diverse background.
Yeah, culturally diverse background. Yeah, I grew up in the ghetto. And
Yeah.
it was a beautiful childhood. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. I grew up in the Rio Grande Valley, Mission, Texas, home of Tom Landry. Beautiful, beautiful city. I love my little town.
Nice. I think those people like Miss Chapa are so important growing up. And I don't think there's
Miss Chapel
enough of
was the
those
reason I
people.
got the key to the city.
Really?
I think so. I mean, honestly, um, when Mission, Texas was offering me the key to the city, I had a simple request. I just wanted to see Miss Chapa. I had to see Miss Chapa. I wanted to thank her. I really wanted her there, but once they got me in contact with her and gave me her number, I found out she was in Colorado.
Oh,
She had
wow.
opened up like a whole theater workshop, and she's still doing the same thing. And I was just like, wow, this is great. This is great.
So did you end up
So
talking to her?
I did. I ended up talking to her. We talked a good little while. I even said I'd be willing to go out to Colorado. I mean, I think she knew I was a cannabis activist by then. So I was like, oh, there's plenty of reasons for me to be in Colorado. Come see you first and foremost. I'm going to come see some flower. And then I can come teach an actor's workshop.
Hey, now y'all can work together. So
Yeah.
how did you get into being a stuntman? How did you even get into that?
I attribute stunts to my mom. My mom got me prepped up ready for it with all those Listen, boy, listen. Necio, boy, necio.
You learn how to dodge the chancla.
Yeah, I learned how to like do dive bombs early and take a good chingazo. I learned how to fall. What? I got involved on a movie, The Alamo, came to town back in, when was that movie, Mr. Yoda?
2003.
2003. Wow, back in 2000. Wow, really?
Billy Bob, right?
Billy Bob Thornton was,
Thornton.
yeah, he was Davy Crockett, and he was very instrumental in helping me become one of his executioners. I remember Billy Bob Thornton was signing autographs that day to all extras on set, and I was standing in line, and I think he ran out of headshots, and right at the time that I came up to the line, he was like, man, I ran out of pictures, buddy. And I was like, it's all right, man. I don't want your autograph. I just wanted to gift you something. He was like, oh, yeah? Like, yeah, we've got something in common. He goes, oh, yeah? So we got a mutual friend, and I had some cannabis for him. I was gifting him some cannabis, and I said, you and I both got a friend. I got Billy Bong Thornton. I was referencing a line from another movie, and he busted out laughing. He said, come on into the trailer, and we partook in a nice little cleansing and blessing of meeting each other, being in each other's presence. And yeah, we just started a nice little friendship. I told him my number, not necessarily my name. I was an extra, and there were over 500 extras. And the relationship began. And towards the end of that movie, I was one of the executioners for Davy Crockett. I got involved in stunts on the set of The Alamo because so many soldiers were, we were going through that reenactment of the Battle of the Alamo. So soldiers dying over here, soldiers dying over there, and falling off the Alamo. And I got to learn how to fall by some of the most amazing stuntmen in the industry. Keith Willard and Phil Nielsen were my stunt coordinators, teaching you a simple fall from like 10 feet off a ladder onto a mat. Simple things like, well, not so simple because you could get hurt with just a simple falling, doing a dive roll. But that's where the training began. Training began on the set of The Alamo. I did 6 months on the set of The Alamo. And it was the best 6 months going into a world that was going to change my life. It was never going to be the same. I knew that right away it was never going to be the same.
Did you know then that this industry was for you? Did you feel it?
You know what? I'm going to say yes. Yes, but at the same time, no. I knew that this was the industry I wanted to be in. I just, at that time, did not really still know how I was going to go about it. I'll admit I was very stubborn starting out. I was stepping on toes and just fighting my way for recognition. I hear about an audition somewhere, and I would just go and show up to the audition, show up with my headshot, show up with the little resume. I say stepping on toes because I didn't go the proper channels in the beginning to be seen the way you should be seen. Going through the audition process, getting the call from a casting director, asked to show up and whatnot. I was pretty stubborn and bold in the beginnings, and looking back, I kind of wish I wasn't so much because I feel like that may have caused the ripple of discomfort at times. I could be pretty abrasive and confrontational and raw and unfiltered, and that can be seen however it's going to be seen. Some accept it, some don't, and well, I've received it both ways.
So how did you land the role of Boaz? How did you land that?
So I got called to do minimal dialogue and deliver a stunt by Russell Towery, stunt coordinator, RoboPop. He's like, hey, you're an actor, right? I was like, sure, yes, sir. We were just coming off of working with Robert Rodriguez on From Dusk Till Dawn, the TV series. I'm in episode 3 on that miniseries, From Dusk Till Dawn. The episode is called Mistress. And they were looking for Hispanics. You know, Queen of the South was coming to town. It was going to be filming in Dallas. They filmed the first 3 seasons in Dallas, Texas. Season 4 and season 5 in New Orleans, made it look like Miami.
Yeah.
I get called to deliver minimal dialogue, take my stunt chingazo. Again, all of season 1 was going to be changed. I don't know what happened for that narrative. They changed it somewhere along the line, and I got called back and resurrected, because originally I had killed myself. I had like stabbed myself in the neck with a pen, and for me, the time that I filmed the first time, I was like, this is epic. This is great. This is amazing. I think Miss Leila Perez, who I met way back when on the set of The Alamo doing hair and makeup, was working that day too. I think you were on set when I was all bloody when I did that whole stabbing of mine. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. I could be wrong. Miss Becky. Sorry. Wrong energy.
So did you?
They resurrected my character, and we went the distance. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry. So did you identify with the character? Did you find similarities like to the character with your own personality?
Yeah, sadly to say, there's a lot of similarities. They really catered the character Boaz for me. Back in season 1, they said, man, your energy is like overwhelming, and at the same time, it's just a calming, cheerful energy. You're here, you're present. If we get a season 2, we just really want to write more for you, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know what the seasons of Queen of the South were going to be. Hell, all I thought was we had 1. Once we got 2, and they brought me on, and I saw the growth of Boaz happening. It was interesting. As far as identifying to Boaz, yeah, most definitely. A lot of the energy is just Joseph Thomas Campos energy, where Joseph came from, and how we could just mold it into the character. That's not to go without saying that they wanted me a little bit more extra with the energy than what I was delivering at times, and that just had me look back into the past of where I came from, and I was like, all right, I can give you a little more crazy, I can give you a little bit more boldness, I can give you a little bit more Boaz, which y'all saw, and identified with Boaz.
So did you have any creative control? Like, did you get to pick out like your? Because I noticed you dressed
interestingly enough, I did. I had a lot of beautiful creative control on many occasions. Again, they were right for my energy and my person. That it was, hey, what would you say in this scene, and how would you elaborate? And I was like, okay, sure. So season 3, there's this scene where Colonel Cortez comes to talk to me. And my sicarios are kicking ahead on the soccer field. I'm delivering some dialogue about Camila's character, or Veronica Falcon's character, Camila. I said something like, she better watch her ass and her head. Now I see these extras. I come from the stunt world, the Alamo, being an extra. I just wanted more interaction with my extras, my fellow extras, my fellow brothers on the set. So I asked them to kick the head towards me. Like, I asked an extra, like, hey, just kick that head to me. I want to engage with y'all. I want to ask. They're like, you sure? I don't want to get in trouble. I said, look, man, I'm Boaz. Don't worry about it. I'm going to make this scene better for them. They don't even know it. And so just sharing with you an example of just adding to the character. I delivered my dialogue. I told the guys, when I say Camila better watch her head and her ass, I better see that head rolling in my direction by that time.
Yeah.
Sure enough, that sure kicks it my way. I deliver my dialogue. I turn around. I kick that head. Season 3, you'll see that. And I'm like, ha, ha, ha. Who's laughing now, pendejos? It's the first time you see Boaz with his hair down and those beautiful curls of mine.
I love the character so much because I feel like you saw yeah, you saw the tough guy, but you also saw some vulnerability, like when he was talking about his love and, his son. Like, you saw a soft side to him too. I think that was
Was it
important.
really? I don't think I was ever soft. You did. You did.
I would love to
Boaz,
see a backstory on Boaz.
I would love to see a backstory on Boaz too. We'll see if anything or Netflix. Oh, that's my time. I gotta go. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I was like, oh my
I
gosh.
guess my time, Miss Nick. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm a busy man.
You're a bye.
Um, I'd like to see a backstory.
Yeah,
I'd love
that'd
to
be
see a
awesome.
backstory on Boaz, and I'm not gonna say I'm not writing one because I have been working on the backstory of Boaz, but that's only maybe I'm being biased with that.
Yeah, that would be awesome though to do a backstory. So, is there any roles that you would like to play that would people wouldn't expect from you? Like, would you like to play like
I would
maybe
love to
a
do
good boy
comedy.
comedy?
I love love story, love comedy. I like to do those buddy films. Let me see. I wouldn't even mind being in a musical. With Louie the
Really?
Singer.
Well, that brings me to my next question. How'd you get into music? Is that something you always wanted to pursue?
You know what? Weird Al Yankovic. It's his fault. It's his fault. I heard Weird Al years ago. I'm fat. I'm fat. I'm bad. Weird Al doing his parody music. I always just found so much joy in taking a song and making up my own rhymes to it too.
Mm-hmm.
And just being funny. I think I just like to laugh, and I play with the idea of making up my own words to a song. And hey, it's really Little T's fault. Smell the Product. When I saw Smell the Product on the show, I remember her doing her thing. I was working on American Crime, and I was like, I'm gonna start doing some music. This lady's amazing doing her thing. Later on, I got the chance and opportunity to work with her on Queen of the South, and I was just like, wow, how
Yeah, she's
everything
dope.
came full circle. I was like, this is pretty dope. This is pretty dope.
Mm.
I just thought she was just an awesome energy, Mexicana
Yeah,
in the thing. And anyway, yeah, I think she was the reason why I even wanted to start doing music. Just
nice.
inspired me.
So now you're in music videos, I see, with Louie the Singer,
I'm in
and
music. I'm doing features wherever I can sometimes. But yeah, Louie the Singer's just been a force and an energy that I've had the pleasure of linking up with. Right.
yeah, definitely.
After I set out to make music, I went on. I'm a big old cannabis activist. So
Yeah.
when I'm thinking, all right, here I am by myself as Tommy Calle. What am I going to sing about? What am I going to talk about? And I remember thinking this one cumbia, like enamorado de Juana. I'm just in love with the cannabis plant, right? So
Yeah.
I made that one song. I just wanted to make sure my song was great. Somebody liked it. Baby Bass was like, hey, what's up? What's up? I was like, bro,
Yeah.
jump on this track. I had Tino Cochino. Tino Cochino was the first one that wanted to jump on my remix just because he loved playing my original track. I was like, all right. So I had two people, and then Gringo MC. I worked with him I was introduced to him by Baby Bash and Audic Empire, and did this whole amazing
Mhm.
video way back when. So energy of people that I wanted to keep in mind. I had them. I had them there. Y'all can listen to Juana Maria Juana on YouTube or Spotify. It's on every streaming platform. Check it out. I'd appreciate that. Um, but
Yeah, I love
started doing
seeing y'all
music.
all linked together. It's awesome.
No, thank you. So I meet up with Louie, and I'm like, hey, bro, I want to have you on some of my music. I remember that. I remember like hitting them up, like, I want to work with you, man. And we had certain people that were in the way of our communication. Once we got
Yeah,
those people out the way, we kind of linked up, and
awesome.
we've been inseparable ever since. I like to think. Worked
That's
on that amazing music video of his, "Come and Take It," and
yeah.
the rest is behind us. We're on Brothers now. If y'all have not downloaded or streamed Louie's latest song, released onto the Universal Music Group from Nashville, Brothers' first album, Chris Bettis band, Louie the Singer. I've had the pleasure of partaking in that music video. Wait till y'all see that music video.
I know. I
Just
can't wait. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, because I know I've kept you on for a while, what
I gotta
advice?
get on the road back to Texas here anyway. We're in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Came out here to
Yeah,
visit facility Koi CBD, creating balance daily. As I keep expressing, I'm a heavy cannabis activist, and Oklahoma's got something nice out here. I've had the
yeah.
pleasure of checking out.
So what advice would you give to the younger JT?
If I could go back in time and warn myself, yeah, I'd say be patient. Learn to get out of your own way early. Learn to get out of your own way early, brother. You're gonna
And what
meet
would
an amazing energy in the force of a Melissa Jennifer Rangubphai. She's gonna have to take care. I remind myself of that.
so what advice would you give to somebody who wants to go into acting?
If you want to go into acting, the moment you set out to do it, stop saying you're aspiring. Stop saying you're aspiring to do anything the moment you start it, because you're no longer aspiring. You're doing it.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, JT. I know y'all got to get back to Austin.
Oh, real
I
quick, if
know.
you don't mind, can I see
Mhm.
your little one? Can you come
Yes,
here with me?
yes.
You know,
I will. I will. Hold on one second because I want him to
I
tell you
came
hi.
to meet you because of your kid's energy and the story you shared on your Instagram. When you
Yes.
were following me on Instagram, I kind of started lurking back. I lurk everybody. The moment somebody follows me, I start, okay, let me see. So I
Yeah,
started
definitely.
following your page, and I saw that you had this whole story about the school system and how they were doing your kid wrong and your kid being autistic. I've got nieces and nephews that have autism, and your story infuriated me so much that it tugged on my heartstrings, and I was like, "This is my sister right here." So I followed back, and here we
Yes.
are.
Thank
Fast
you.
forward to right here, right now. You're an
Yes.
amazing woman. Your energy's amazing. You're so worthy of the light that you're blessed with, and this amazing energy of your child's. I could feel it. I could just feel
Thank
it, and I'm
you.
like, yeah. So let me see. Let me see Uncle Boaz's nephew. Come on, let me see my nephew.
I'm gonna let you say hi. One second. I'm gonna
In my
get him real quick.
movies.
Say
Would
hi,
you like to be in the movies?
Uncle.
I was
Uncle.
doing the movie as an extra with me. I'm working on a movie called The Treacherous Border,
Ooh.
2024 in South Texas. We're gonna have some child trafficking scenes. I'm saying I could use an extra, and I'm casting extras. Talk to mama, find out if it's okay, and I'll put you in the movies. He seems a little
Aw.
excited there.
Yeah, he called you uncle.
I love you, mijo. I love you. I love you, uncle. You ever be in the movies? I got you. Okay.
Aw. Say thank you, uncle. Uncle. Thank you. Thank you for saying hi to him.
No, thank you for letting me have that time. I appreciate it. And I mean what I say. So I'm working on a movie called The Treacherous Borders here in the Rio Grande Valley. It's going to be filmed 100% in the Rio Grande Valley. There are some subject matter content in this movie that, you know, deals with life matters. I've got human trafficking taking place in it, child trafficking, touchy subjects and subject matter, but there are no small parts on a film set, only small minds, and I know we don't have that here. This story's
Yeah.
won already like 29 awards on the script itself. Lion and Tiger production of South Texas put an amazing story together. I'm looking forward to it. I have an amazing director in Fernando San Miguel. We got D11. That's that John Wick team. We got the John
Mhm.
Wick stunt team. Some of the players there. It's gonna be amazing.
What's
Uh,
it called again?
the treacherous border.
The Treacherous Border.
Yeah, I wanted
Okay.
to catch. Yeah, I wanted to cast your child as one of the extras.
Oh,
Child
that would be
trafficking
awesome.
scene. That'd be. It's
That'd
up
be
to you,
awesome.
mom. All
Okay,
right, keep that in mind.
I'll be in touch with that. So what else do you got going on before we wrap up?
Well, I've been creating content for my Patreon page, patreon.com/Todo Chingon Family. Follow me there, please, on Patreon. Start start following the narratives I share with you all. You can follow me at JT Campos 1 on Instagram. Tap in, click with me, interact, engage with me on my lives. I like to go. Last year I think I went live 16, 17 times a day, sometimes just to interact with everybody. Not worried about what Hollywood tells me sometimes. Straight about my own rules. I remember hearing, "Why do you go live so much?" Like, because I can.
I love it though.
Like
You interact with your fans though. That's why fans love you.
I
They
do.
feel
I
like they
gotta
can.
interact.
Yeah.
I want to be there for you guys, you brothers and sisters. Keep in mind, I'm doing a lot of things. Y'all want to be a part of it? Just give me a follow, give me a like. Keep linked in, and I appreciate you all. I thank you for your time, Miss Nikki.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad that we could finally get this interview
Yes.
this year. It was supposed to be done last year, but now this year is good.
Yes.
I truly appreciate you.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate
Thank you
you
so
and
much.
all the brothers and sisters that I surround myself with. I'm building a small, beautiful team of amazing energy. I've got strong men like my brother man Brick, who just like brick yourself. I still don't know his real name.
You do.
I just like calling him Brick better. Brick yourself, baby. I got somebody who says que soy flawless all the time, and the beautiful energy of Taylor Lex out there in Nashville, helping Miss Jen do her things. I got beautiful creative muse energy and Viola Layla Perez, amazing energy. I met since way back when on the Alamo on energy like yourself.
Awesome.
Yes, Nikki.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you
so
being
much.
a real storyteller and sharing the stories.